Hey guys, how's it going? This is me, T-Dude here, for another edition of Gaming Pickups for the month of February of 2016. So, let's get started. So February was a kind of interesting month because I went to the Retro Expo Montreal, which I made a video about, which you could totally watch right here, somewhere on the screen. Yeah, I got a few games here and there, some also digital games, not as much as last month's, but yeah, good number. And yeah, basically let's just get started. So with the Retro Expo Montreal, I got a few games. Let's start from all the way over here, which I got some N64 games that I haven't gotten yet. It's been always kind of harder and harder to get like N64 games now, because I have a good bunch of them, but if you want to get some of the really good ones, you're going to have to pay a little bit more than usual. So, I got Mario Golf, which I remember playing a bunch when I rented it as a kid. Finally, glad I got it. And, was it Xena, Warrior Princess, the Talismans of Fate? Yeah, Talismans of Fate. Which is a Xena fighting game. Which I did play for a little bit, and wow, it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, but yeah, I finally got some new N64 games. It's always great to have some new N64 games. Also got Saturday Night Slam Masters, which of course, as a big wrestling fan, you gotta get them wrestling games. And one of the things I really was happy to get was the Super Multi-Tap made by Hudson Soft there. And if you didn't know or not, the Super Nintendo can actually do more than two-player multiplayer. And yeah, I managed to get the peripheral that was made for the thing. There was actually a number of Super Nintendo games that could go up to 4 players, one of them being Saturday Night Slam Masters. One of the games I would really want to get to use this is basically any of the Bomberman games on Super Nintendo. I know that at the event I could have gotten, but I wanted to get more games instead of, that. So I'll get Super Bomberman some other time. But I'm really happy that I managed to get this thing, because this is something I have not seen, really ever, any time that I went, hunting for games. So once I saw it, I was like, I knew I had to have it. So there we go. Let's go around over here. So might as well. WrestleMania 19 again with the collecting the wrestling games. Kind of weird. I haven't gotten it until just now. I think I might have almost every wrestling game. Maybe Def Jam Vendetta I need to get, but yeah, I got that. Prince of Persia: Rival Swords, which was a buy 2 get 1 free deal, which was on the recommendation of my friend Jeremy, so thanks for that. The House of Dead Overkill, which I also recently got. The most vulgar game on the Wii. I remember renting it and having lots of fun with it because I love me some on-rail shooters. Virtual Fighter 4, always great to have some great fighting games. RNQ Reigns, another from a different store that I got. RNQ Reigns is pretty cool. Assassin's Creed Unity, I'm slowly getting more and more PS4 games. I only have about 4 disc-based PS4 games right now, and Assassin's Creed is one of them. I actually did playtest this at one point, and I had lots of fun with it, but yeah, there is a little, backlash of what happened with this game. The Best of PlayStation Network Volume 1, which includes 4 games. Fat Princess, Tokyo Jungle, again, amazing. Sound Shapes and When Vikings Attack. I actually managed to get this for a friend, and eventually got my own copy, so I'm really glad with that. Then we got this, Hatsumiku's Project Diva F2nd. What was it? Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. Now, this is definitely different. So it was like 20 bucks, and I actually really enjoyed the demo. And I do like rhythm games, so I just kind of, you know, took a chance on it. And it's fun. It's just really, really Japanese. On over here, we got Shovel Knight on the Wii U, which, man, I have heard such amazing things of Shovel Knight. And while I was getting this game, I managed to get also the Shovel Knight amiibo. Yeah, which I'm really happy that I got that too. Always, you know, getting some new amiibos, and especially this one is really great. Nice. So I'm really excited of getting a retail copy of Shovel Knight, especially for the Wii U. Again, on new wrestling games, AAA Lucha Libre Heroes del Ring. I haven't played it yet, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just adding more wrestling games. Wii Party, which I got for really cheap compared to some of the Nintendo games out there. Yeah, I was always really interested in this game because of the weird, wacky mini games that you could use. Especially like one mini game was that you could hide a Wii remote, like you would hide a Wii remote in like your room, and you would get the other person to try to find it with the sounds emanating from the Wii remote. That's one of the weird mini games, and it was like board game stuff and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that I got this because I was always intrigued by this game, and now I got it. This game. Oh, I got this game. Ride the Hell Retribution on the Xbox 360. Some would say the worst game of that generation of game consoles. I think 7th generation, I think, yeah. I found it for really cheap, and the allure of owning the apparent worst game of this generation was a little bit too strong, and I just got it. So I have not played it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. And then we got Okami Den, which it's kind of somewhat rare for me to get, like, not rare, but uncommon for me to get Nintendo DS games compared to, like, you know, all the other more console type of games. And yeah, I remember like reading Nintendo Power magazines and, you know, advertising this game, and I was really interested in it, and I finally got it, and it's the sequel to Okami, so it's great. And then we have something really unusual. This thing. Now, you may be asking, what is this thing? Honestly, it's the Taiko Drum. Using digital circuits, adopt advanced technology CPU design? Yeah. If you don't know what this thing is, and more likely or not, you probably don't know what this thing is. It is a Taiko Drum controller for the Wii. I went to one of my favorite shops to get like old games, and while I was like waiting to counter, I spotted in the corner of my eye this box. And I know about the Taiko Drum Master series for quite a while. I have the PS2 game, and I always wanted to get this controller because look at this. Well, first off, I'm going to have to cut to show you what this thing looks like. And this is what it looks like. The Taiko Drum controller for the Wii, which includes these sticks. So the game is a rhythm game where you pretty much use these sticks to kind of slam on the drums, either the sides or on the middle, to hit the notes, kind of like Guitar Hero in a way. So you would put, yeah, look at this thing. Yeah. So you would connect this with a Wii remote using the nunchuck attachment right there, and you would play the Taiko Drum games. So I was always really interested in the Taiko Drum series, as I mentioned, but here's the thing. There's only one North American Taiko Drum game, and that's for the PS2, and I have that. There's a bunch of Wii versions for Taiko Drum, like Master or Taiko no Tatsu. I think that's the Japanese name for it. So this is the thing. While I did get this for really cheap compared to like what I thought, like if I bought this online, the problem is that there are no North American Taiko Drum games for the Wii, and yeah, like this is the problem now, because I got a one-kind type of controller that is only good for one series of games, and is not even for the region that I'm in. And like, the fact that I even found this thing here is like amazing enough, but now like I can't actually properly test it out to see if it actually works or not, because this looks like a third-party like version of the Taiko Drum, if anything. So I tried to test it out with like Smash Brothers just to see if it actually did anything, and it didn't. So yep. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to probably do some trickery, let's just say, with my second Wii to see if I could do anything with this controller and see if it actually works. But for now, and probably for the longest time and for a while, this basically has no use other than it looks really cool. So yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, and now on to the digital games. So now for the digital games of the month. A good selection of games I got in the month of February, but mainly thanks to the PlayStation Flash sale that I'll talk at the end there. But let's start with Chasing Aurora for the Wii U. Was one of the Wii U downloads. It was one of the first like big like launch title games, I would say, for the Wii U download service. It's 5 players, as I said, and yeah, I was always interested in the game, so I got it. Then I also got Hell Yeah for the for Steam. Yes, for the Steam, and it's this unique kind of like weird platforming game with this rabbit zombie or skull dude. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. And then for the PlayStation Flash sale, I got 6 games from that. 3 PS3 games and 3 PS4 games. The PS3 games were Hardcore's Uprising, Dungeons & Dragons Chronicles of Mysteria, which I'm really happy about that one, and Girl Fight. Yeah, which I did play for a little bit, and it's alright. Yeah, it's a rip-off of Dead or Alive, but it's alright. For PS4, I got Star Wall, Resogun, and Towerfall Ascension. Some really good, 2 really good multiplayer games, and Resogun, again, one of those early PS4 download games I heard many great things about, so I'm really glad I got that. So that's it for the games I got for February 2016. A good wide variety of games I got this month. Though I added about 3 different wrestling games to my collection, so that's always great. And 2 peripherals that, yeah, I never thought I would actually come across and actually get. Yeah, especially with the multi-tap and the Taiko Drum controller. If there's, let's see, the highlight of or the crown jewel, let's just say, of the collection or pickups, it would be, obviously, Shovel Knight. So, Shovel Knight has been, again, from what I heard, a great game, and I can't wait to play it. So, again, that's been the games pickups for the month of February 2016. Thanks, guys, for watching. Take care, and see you guys later.